right, today we're going to start with sensors, okay? And when we made the TriBot, you should have push sensors and color sensors and infrared sensors on your TriBot already for the completed one. So let's go ahead and look. We have using the sensors. You read through this. It shows that you can have your weight block, and then you could pick all the different sensors. You can use time on it. The touch sensor is the first one we're going to do some tests on. And you could see we use the weight, and we pull out the state for the touch sensor, compare, change state. And we have different states here. And you could test those selecting the port. So we have it in port 1. So it should be plugged into port 1 on your TriBot. We'll run a program. All right. So we're going to test. We're going to create the program called the BumperBot program. All right. So we go through and we have the steps here. We already learned how to do things. So we put in a move steering block with a loop block, and then we need to detect an object. So we're going to use the state for the touch sensor. So let's go ahead and create these, and then this is going to be to turn your robot around, and that will be the completed BumperBot program, going through steps 1 through 14 here. So let's go ahead. Let's go through these steps real quick. So we're going to go over here and find our Lego Mindstorm EV3 software. Open it up, and we're gonna have a new project, a program, and open the program. And we're going to have our move steering block, and then we're going to have a loop block. So we know how these work already. So we're going to put the loop block there, and then we're going to put in our move steering. And let's take a look what we have here. We're just going to have it run. So we're not going to have a number of rotations or any of that. We're just going to have it run straight at 25, power 25. So we have it on, and we could make it fast, or we can make it slow. They want it at 25. So here's step 1 for our block. So we have all this B and C for our ports. Make sure that we have it plugged in for our move steering, our wheel motors. So this is step 1. And now we're going to put in a stop program, and we're going to put in our touch sensor. All right, so we're going to test this one. Keep moving in a straight line until the touch sensor is pressed, and then the motor stops. So here is our weight. We want it to be a touch sensor. Compare state. And then we want it to stop. So now it stops. So, and then we could do, remember, we could do a coast, or we could do a complete stop, a brake stop, or a coast stop. We're going to do a brake stop for this. We have all of this in port 1. Make sure we have it in port 1. That's important. All right, so port 1, and then we make sure that our touch sensor is plugged into port 1. So file, save as, username. I'm going to call this BumperBot 1. All right. I'm going to save that as BumperBot 1. And now what we're going to do is we're going to run this and test this. And what happens is we have an infinite loop. So what happens is this is going to run forever until it bumps into something. And when it bumps into something, it's going to stop. So you can go ahead and hook this up to your robot, and then you can run this and see how this works. And now what we're going to do is going to complete the turning around part of it. So we had it stop, and then what they did is just added two more. Back up a little and turn around. So we're going to keep this. We don't really need to, but we're going to keep this anyway so that it runs correctly. And then we're going to add that it backs up a little bit, and then it's going to, this is number of rotations, and then this is degrees, and then it's gonna turn around. Or let me zoom in on this. View plus. Oop, that's too far. So you could zoom in on one note, and we could see this better. I think that's both 90 degrees. Plus. Boop, boop. All right, good. So now we can see this better. So this is the angle, 0, 25, negative 300, and then it comes to a stop, and then degrees, 100, 25, 250 to have it turn around. This is degrees of rotation for the tires. So let's go ahead, put our move steering block here, and then put in another move steering block here. And then we're going to go for on degrees, rotation. All right, so this was negative 300, so I put minus 300. All right. So that makes the wheel turn backwards, but it's still going straight. And what do we want this for power? 25 for the power still. You can have it set at any power you like. You can have it move slowly, but we'll just follow this example now. And then for the last one, we want it to turn around 100 with a 250 degree rotation on the tires. So we have this at 100, 250. And then it's going to loop. So it stopped here. So we have it goes forwards, it touches something, it stops, and then it goes backwards and stops, and then it rotates and it stops, and then it goes all the way back and starts moving forward until it touches something again. So that's what the loop does at the end. So we're going to file, save as, and we're going to have this as your name, BumperBot. All right, so we save this, and then we test it, and it should work great. So we go ahead and test that out. And what we're going to do after that, now that this is saved, hopefully I saved it in the right place. So I'm going to go to our teams for robotics, and you can see there's a folder, new folder, called BumperBot. And I'll create that. So there's my BumperBot program. And then I'm going to upload my file. Upload files from documents, I hope. BumperBot. There we go. So there's BumperBot 1. You don't have to upload that. BumperBot, the complete program, we're going to upload that. And now you can get graded on it. So go ahead and do that, and then we'll check you off that it was completed correctly.